welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Bree, aka The Booktuber here on YouTube, and today I'm so excited because we are wrapping up our Book of the Month reading challenge. You may be like, I thought this would be a vlog. And to that you would be correct, because it was going to be a vlog. In fact, I'll even insert vlog footage that I started here. And you can see just how ambitious I can get. But nonetheless, I did end up reading 5 books for this. 5 books. I got through 5 Book of the Month books for this challenge. I was so motivated. Let me tell you what, I was having the best time with this challenge, okay? I have my page count in the Book of the Month challenge section in our Discord host for Prose, which you can join down below if you ever want to do one of these challenges with us. We do them, I think the next time we're going to do this is probably April, but we do have a very fun Fairy Loot February challenge coming up, so that's going to be so fun. Get through some Fairy Loot books. But until then, let me discuss with you the books that I read for this challenge, because we had some real winners and we had some meh. So, I mean, 5 books, they're not all going to be superstars. So, anyways, regardless, first book I read for this challenge I don't physically own, but it is a Book of the Month book. It's called The House of My Mother by Sherri Franke. I listened to this on audio and holy guacamole, I had no idea all this stuff was happening on YouTube with the family vlogging channels. I don't really watch family vlogging channels, but wow. The corruption, the greed, the cultiness of it all, and it's read by Sherri Franke. A 10 out of 10 recommend. If you have not listened to it, go listen to it, because I love when I say this all the time. It's truly with memoirs and non-fiction books, when the author is reading them to you, you just get all of the pure raw emotion, and it portrays the story so well. It's mind-blowing. Anyways, I don't rate non-fiction books like this because it's not my story to rate. I feel like authors and people just in general putting themselves out there like that, it's not on me to judge. So I did not rate this, but I will say please go read it. It's so good. Okay, then moving on, I think, oh, yeah, duh. Okay, I read We Could Be Rats by Emily Austen. I had 2 copies of this because Book of the Month sent me 2 copies. I sold one of them on Pango, but somebody had messaged me and said, hey, at 2 a.m., so I didn't see the message. I felt really bad. I had the book listed, I think, at $8. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, can you lower the book listing to $5 so that shipping and everything could be $10? And it sold before I got to their message. So between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. it had sold already, but I decided to go ahead and message them and sell them my other copy that I had. So I have no more copies of it, but it's okay. They got it for a good price. I'm happy that they get to read it. I really enjoyed this book. We Could Be Rats by Emily Austen. Let me get to the point. We are following Sigrid, who is going through quite a difficult time in her life right now. The first part of the book is actually her suicide notes that she wrote to various different people. There's a ton of different attempts, and some way, somehow, Emily Austen always manages to insert humor in the darkest situations, and I felt so guilty laughing reading that book, but also I think that was kind of the point. Incredible read. Incredible read, Emily Austen. You did it again. I freaking love you. However, because of the nature of the story and things like that, I don't know that I would actually reread it. So I'm fine with having sold my copy because I can always go buy another copy eventually if I want to read it again. But I do recommend. I gave that book 4 stars. I thought it was really, really incredibly written. And you just get attached to these characters that she writes. Like, she just does such a good job with her writing. So definitely recommend that book. I also had that as an arc on NetGalley, so I got to finish the arc for that, so that was dope. Then we moved on to Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfield. This book has been on my Book of the Month shelf for years. I've tried to pick it up multiple times and put it down. So I ended up getting the audio through my library. I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, okay? This is following, like, I forget the name of her, Sally. Sally, who works basically at SNL, Saturday Night Live, if you're not familiar. Which was very interesting to see kind of like their everyday lives, like get more in depth of like what it would be like to work for Saturday Night Live or a show kind of like that. Like, they genuinely spend so much time just working. It has a little bit of romance in it. It's not the main point of the book though. It's called Romantic Comedy, but the romance I don't think is the main part of the story. Again, this book was fine. I can't remember what I rated it, but I wrote it down, so if you just like give me 2 seconds. I think I gave it 2.5 stars. Okay, yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars. It was fine. I would never read it again though, so it is listed on my Pingo if you're interested, which is always linked down below. And then I read The Mystery, yes, by Anita Prose, because I loved The Maid by Anita Prose, which is the first book in this series, and I have been wanting to read this, so I went ahead and read it. Loved it. It was so good. Molly the maid is like my favorite character. I love her so much. If you are a fan of like quirky, like Emily Austen, Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. Those types of books, you're gonna love this series. But we're just following her when working at the Regency Hotel, a very, 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 very famous author comes to make an announcement and ends up dying before he can make that announcement in the Regency Hotel. So you're following all these kind of clues to try to figure out who killed him. You're also getting some background of Molly as a child, which was just... I just love her so much. So highly recommend this one. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I am keeping this one because I definitely could see myself rereading this series. And then the last book that I got to, number 5, was The Favorites by Layne Fargo. So I successfully read all of my Book of the Month January picks in January. I'm so happy about it. This book though, 6 freaking stars. If you liked Daisy Jones and the Six, you need to go run and get this book and read it because it's so good. It's so good. You're following 2 figure skaters who have been best friends since they were little. It's got fame, Hollywood, drama, just murder, like love, and it's so good. It's written just like Daisy Jones and the Six, where you have like the story and then you have at the end of every chapter you've got like interview. It's like an interview as it goes through the story. This is very possibly gonna be on the list of favorite books of 2025 because it's so good. I want to pick up everything else that Layne Fargo has read or written. I think she's written 2 other books. It says at the beginning, yeah. They Never Learn and Temper, so I will definitely be getting those to read. I know they're not gonna be like this, but like I'm obsessed, okay? Obsessed. But yeah, that is my Book of the Month reading challenge wrap up. I had such a good time. I know last time we did this I didn't get to make a wrap up video. There's just, I think, a lot going on. I genuinely don't remember, but there was probably a lot going on, and I, at the time when I was able to film it, had probably forgotten everything that I read. So moving forward, if you want to be part of these challenges with us, it's always such a good time in the Discord. We always just like log our pages, tell everybody what we're reading, sometimes find new favorites, and yeah, it's a really good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, please. I am trying so hard to get to 1,000 this year, which I think is actually probably manageable, which is really cool. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.